Thanks Manscaped for sponsoring this video. This is the most insane steak experiment I've ever done. Don't believe me? Just hold on to your seat because we are about to learn something new. And it all starts with salt. It is the most used condiment in the world. We use it in cooking and a variety of other applications. But honestly, it just makes all food taste better, especially steaks. With that being said, our goal today is to be able to use salt in ways that it has never been used before. Can we deep fry steak in molten salt? Well, let's find out. This is essential for today's experiment. You're probably asking, what in the world is it?
A crucible is the container that you're going to melt other things in. The one we're going to be using is made of graphite because it won't melt even at the temperatures that furnace gets up to.
This is my friend Nate, and I could not run today's experiment without him.
Graphite is a form of carbon, and it's most commonly found in pencils. What people call a pencil lead is actually a stick of graphite.
Now the next thing to do is to find out if we can actually melt salt.
The melting point of salt is 1,474 degrees Fahrenheit. The furnace that we're going to be using gets up to a little over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so it'll melt the salt and then it'll keep heating it up even a little bit more. It should take 30 to 45 minutes for that furnace to get the salt melted.
I'm glad Nate is here and he was able to build me a furnace on a previous video. Because honestly, the most important ingredient on today's videos are gonna be this. We have 4 beautiful steaks. Notice that they are not prime grade. It is choice. And for good reason. We have no idea what's about to happen. As you know, there's only one way to find out. But obviously, the first thing we gotta do is to get them seasoned. A good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. And as always, I made sure to season the steaks properly. But now that I got all of them ready, before running the experiment, just in case something goes south, I went ahead and made us an incredible side dish. And this one is super easy to make, and here's how. Into a pan, I threw in some butter. Once it was fully melted, I added a little bit of olive oil, followed by garlic and a good amount of all-purpose flour. Mixed everything up and let it cook. Once that was done, I went ahead and added a good amount of milk. Mixed everything together until it thickened up. You see, we're doing something that is called a bechamel sauce. Even though traditional bechamel does not include garlic, this one is slightly different. Talking about that, I went ahead and added bacon bits, followed by a good amount of cheddar cheese. Then I mixed everything together and my cheesy sauce was now done. So after cooking up some gnocchi, I went ahead and threw it in the sauce. Mix everything together until it was fully combined and transfer it to a cast iron skillet. Then I topped it up with some mozzarella cheese and into the broiler it went until I got a golden brown crust. Now this will be today's side dish, just in case things go south. Talking about that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and run our experiment. Here's Nate explaining how everything is gonna go down.
So today we are going to use molten salt to cook a steak in a couple of different ways. Molten salt, because it's so high temperature, is pretty dangerous, and so I'm going to be wearing a lot of safety gear and we have to take precautions. We came up with a crazy contraption that should let us lower the steak down into the molten salt without having to be anywhere near it. Regardless of safety precautions, this is not something that you should ever try at home.
Yep, you heard it here. Do not try this experiment at home. But one of the things that we definitely had to do was to go ahead and cut this steak in half. If not, the steak was not going to cook all the way through. So I went ahead, tie it up, and we were now finally ready. First step was to add a ridiculous amount of salt into the crucible. As you can see, we filled it up to the top. Then using special tongs, into the furnace it went, and Nate went ahead and lighted it up. This is not immediate. It takes quite a while to get the salt completely melted. But after about 45 minutes, we were now ready.
I am putting on a sweatshirt, a face mask, and some welding gloves to keep myself safe. And I'm going to take the lid off of the furnace. I'm going to put our small frying pan over the furnace for a minute to warm it up. I'll take that over to our cooking zone, and then I'll take out the crucible of salt. I'll put it into our crucible carrier slash pourer, and then I'll carry it over and I'll fill the frying pan with our molten salt. Whoo! That is a lot of very hot salt. I'm gonna put the crucible down somewhere safe. Now I'm gonna slide the pan carefully over to underneath the steak. All right, I'm pretty sure that's lined up. So now I need to back off. Woohoo! I don't think it went in. I think it's kind of resting on the top. Just drop it. It might have already started to solidify. Yeah, it's already solid.
It's already solid?
Yeah. Hopefully we get some of that nice salty flavor since we're using it as our grill. With that steak, we weren't fast enough to get it down into the salt, and the salt solidified. So for the next time, I'm gonna try and heat the cast iron pan more so the salt stays liquid longer, and we're gonna be more on top of getting that steak dropped, like as soon as I pour the molten salt into the pan.
For this step, everything started exactly the same way. But then, we were now ready to deep fry the steak in salt.
Got some molten salt on the table, that's fun. Go for it.
Woo!
That is in molten salt right there.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
I expect horrendously overdone.
You can get the steak in, everybody, but you can't get the steak out. I'm sorry, but that looks beautiful.
You've got a strange eye for beauty, but you know, that's for you to decide.
Yo, I gotta admit, this is kind of cool, even though it's a total fail.
I was right that it was gonna throw molten salt everywhere. That was crazy.
Take a look at it when everything cooled down. This is something I'm gonna be framing for my studio. It looks like it came from outer space. However, it is something that if you ever came to the studio, you will immediately know we run crazy experiments. Talking about that, we are still not done. Because now that we have learned how molten salt actually works, it is time to use it for a good application. One steak, which will be the control, I'll be cooking it on the grill. The next one, I'll be deep frying it in real oil. Lastly, I'm going to be cooking the steak in the oven until it reaches temperature, as in the end, we'll be using molten salt to sear the steak to finish it off. They are all gonna turn out fantastic. Because now, Nate has something to say.
So now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook them. So let's do it.
Does that look good or what? But before we try it, I want to thank today's sponsor, Manscape.com. Manscaped is trusted by over 8 million men worldwide for their trimmers, hygiene formulations, and premium boxers, and for good reason. If you're looking for the perfect gift for Father's Day, Manscaped, baby. Look, I'm a dad, and I can tell you that this is a cool gift. They have the beard hedger. It cuts through the thickest of hair in a single stroke, and it has a rotary wheel that is built in and features 20 different hair cutting lengths. Or what about getting him the Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ear hair trimmer? This is perfect for those dads. We're starting to show a little bit too much ear and nose hairs. And finally, my personal favorite, the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. This body groomer is sure to make dad look and feel great. And you can also give dad the Performance Package 4.0. This awesome package includes the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker 2.0, the Crop Preserver, Crop Reviver, and also comes with 2 free gifts, the Shed Travel Bag and a pair of the Manscaped Boxer Brief. So go to manscaped.com today and get 20% off plus free international shipping whenever you use promo code GUGA at checkout. That's 20% off plus free international shipping whenever you use promo code GUGA at manscaped.com. Thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring this video, but now let's get right back to it.
All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful steak. One specially made for you, Leo.
I changed my name today. I'm not Leo. Dude, that looks gnarly.
Yeah, that's a failed experiment, but we got a successful one, Leo, so you don't have to worry about it.
I'm glad you said that because I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I'm putting this in my mouth.
Give me your honest opinion. We're gonna go this direction. Please dig in, everybody. Let's go. Dig in, Leo.
Oh no. There we go.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I love it. I love that.
An incredible, incredible steak right here. You have that wonderful charcoal flavor, nicely seasoned. Guga, this is a classic textbook Guga steak right here.
That's right, straight from the grill. There's no going wrong, everybody. If anything can beat the grill, I'll be extremely surprised.
This is fantastic. I love it. I love it.
All right, I got a little side dish before I start digging in. Come over here, Leo.
Now we're going side dish second?
Yeah. Nate, this is like a little gnocchi made out of cheese. No lactose intolerant, right, Nate?
No.
Okay, good. Let's give it a try. Enough talking. Cheers, everybody.
Oh man.
It is so cheesy.
So delicious.
Cheesy, gooey, it springs back as you take bites.
And the best thing about it too is that bacon. So with that gooiness that you're saying, you have a little bit of bite from the bacon. The real star for me is that sauce. That sauce is banging, Guga.
Yeah.
The gnocchi and the cheese and the bacon, just it all goes together so good. That's fantastic.
Savory as you expected, just nice. And I completely forgot what this tastes like now. So it's perfect. It washed it out.
Time for a reminder.
There you go. Okay, let's dig in for this one here. As you can see, this one does not have as nice of a crust
Yeah.
as this last one
Color
here.
is a little different.
Enough talking, let's try it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Ooh.
It is incredible how you can modify a steak just by the method of cooking, everybody.
As you were alluding to, it has a very different crust, no charcoal flavor on it. It's crispier, and I personally feel it's a little bit juicier as well.
What do you think, Nate?
I like it. It's good. It is different. It's kind of hard to tell what the difference is. Like Leo said, it doesn't have that charcoal flavor, which I like, so I kind of miss it, but it's still good.
Yeah. Would you prefer the first one better than this one right now? Oh, you have to. Oh.
I got it side by side.
He got a double check, everybody. A double check over here. Huh? Huh?
That says it all right there.
Good. They're both good, but this one has like the charcoal and the grill flavor.
What about you? You still prefer the first one?
I prefer the control because it's more beefy.
Yeah.
I like that bold, beefy flavor
Yeah.
as compared to this one that we just tried.
I agree. It's unanimous. We like the kiss of the charcoal. By the way, this one was deep fried.
Oh. I don't think I've ever had deep fried steak.
Oh, there you go.
So
I say enough talking because I am ready for the last one. I'm excited. Notice that this one has a little bit of extra char.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's an understatement.
There's some char on that.
I will say this, it's still medium rare though.
But the outside instead of golden brown is like golden black.
Okay, let's give it a try and let you guys know. Enough talking. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh boy. That one, it looks like you got inside of the charcoal grill and it was left for a little bit too long. You all right, Leo?
It's tough to swallow.
Okay, it's not terrible, but it's not great. What do you guys think?
It tastes almost metallic. Like there's a good steak flavor, and then there's just this little like, and it kind of tastes like burnt in metal.
What about you?
I do not like how that steak tastes at all. I feel like you lose almost all of the beefiness. It just gets replaced with, like Nate was saying, a different type of flavor that almost tastes too charred. It tastes like you dry age this thing in charcoal or something. It tastes very smoky, very burnt. Yeah, that's a no for me.
This goes with what I always say, Nate. The secret of cooking the perfect steak is being able to control the temperature. You don't want a burnt crust, you want a nice golden brown crust. It will be better. By the way, Leo, we deep fried this one in molten salt. That's what that is. That's actually salt.
I was about to ask you if what I'm tasting is this.
Yes, it is.
That is nasty.
Just less of it.
That is so, this looks not appetizing at all.
But with that being said, is it possible for you to deep fry a steak in molten salt? The answer is
Yeah.
but it's not going to be great.
No. And it's difficult and it's dangerous and you don't get a good result.
And we don't recommend that you try it at home, everybody. Sometimes we're doing it for entertainment purposes, but we also learn a lot of things in this video, and I hope you did as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys don't know Nate's channel, his link and information will be on the description down below. Make sure you check him out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.